Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast, hit like, share and link. Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast, home of the champions. Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast, hit like, share and link. Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' with. Golden Rams Buzz Podcast, home of the champions. When I need a scoop on the league, I hit up the dream team. Golden Rams Buzz.
Thank you, Navarro's Taqueria, for the outstanding food. Navarro's Taqueria, located in Fullerton, Santa Ana, and Westminster. Check them out, Navarro's Taqueria. Welcome to episode 12 of the Golden Ram Buzz with Damon and Sal. Shout out to our sponsor, Recover 180, the Brea Bakery bread. Also, our guest today will be Eagles fanatic Tron Jones. Join us on the show. He was our guest last year. He's back for round 2. Let's see what goes on. Sal, welcome. What's up? The Rams win 28-22. Matthew Stafford, 18 of 27, 295 yards, 4 TDs. He threw a 5-yard pass to Cooper Kupp. He threw a 12-yard pass to Puka Nacua, a 69-yard pass to Cooper Kupp, a 19-yard pass to Kobe Parkinson. Stafford is 10th all-time now with 370 touchdowns, Sal, in the all-time touchdown passing list. He passes Eli Manning. He is now in 9th place. Matt Ryan has 381. Yeah. Do you think Stafford catches Matt Ryan this year?
I would say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he has we got like 7 games to go. He needs 11 more touchdowns. That's like 3 per game, 2 per game. Hopefully he gets 11 versus the Eagles this week.
I think the offensive line is pretty much solidified. He'll start throwing the ball more.
I'm going to talk about our defense, Sal, before I get into the game. Brandon Fisk is the first player in franchise history with 2 forced fumbles and 2 fumble recoveries in his first 10 games. Let me repeat that. He's a rookie. The first player in franchise history to record 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries in his first 10 games. Cooper Kupp, the first player in NFL history with 600 receptions, 7,500 receiving yards, and 50-plus TDs in his first 100 games, Sal. What do you think about all this? And the Rams are now 5-5, second place in their division. What do you think about the game? What do you think about the achievements, the defense, offense?
Well, I think the best part about it is everybody talks about the NFC West, but they tend to leave the Rams out of it. And everybody, when you talk about the Rams, they always talk about Stafford, our receivers, our offense. But really, our defense is quietly starting to dominate, And when you have young players like, the Rams have, the defense every week, there's a Ram rookie that's being recognized. So I think there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the league. And I think as the season plays on, you're going to see a lot of the Rams. Defense will decide a lot of the games for the Rams.
Do you know who's leading the rookies in sacks, Sal?
Oh yeah, Braden Fisk.
And who's second?
Right,
Jared Verse. Let me repeat that.
Jared Verse, and then so imagine Braden, right? And
yes.
You remember when everyone said that the Rams reached for Braden Fisk, that they paid too much. The Rams know exactly what they're doing. You cannot have continual drafts like the Rams have. Not only do the Rams draft well, but these guys, the young rookies have to produce. So the Rams are in good shape. But I love watching the defense just as much as I love watching the offense.
Did you see at the end of the game, there's like 1:55 to go, and McVay chose to punt. He put it in the defensive hands. He would never really do that in the past, but I think he knows the defense is excelling more than the offense right now. Yeah. And he said, I trust my young guns because they're hungry. They're kicking ass, and they're performing. You got Cam Kitchens, another interception. That's the 3rd of the year. Where was he drafted, Sal?
I know, isn't it crazy? All of them, when you know what you're doing, but it's the whole philosophy of the Rams, right? You look at character. The Rams vet these players really well, and they also look at production, right? A lot of these players, they're team players. They come in with the right attitude. You don't hear any selfish players talking about how much yards they're going to rush for, how many receiving yards they're going to have. The Rams play as a team, and that's one of the biggest advantages for the Rams. So you look at the Rams players; they're all happy for each other. We haven't even got so the Rams can continue to play the way they're playing now. But you look at our division; the Rams are ascending right now. 49ers are descending. Their players. There's second, third oldest team in the league. And then you look at the Seahawks. The Rams have beaten Seahawks and Niners. Cardinals beat the Rams, but I don't see that the Cardinals winning that division.
Now, the Rams' next 3 games, Eagles, Saints. Bills. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on those next 3 gauntlet of games? I'm not.
You know what's going to be interesting in the NFC West division, right?
Yes.
So the next 3 games, Arizona has to play Seahawks in 2 of the 3 games. So the NFC West will start. They'll reshuffle those teams. So the Rams, if you take care of business, the Rams are going to be right where they need to be.
And then the Rams, there's 7 games left. Okay. Beginning of the year, we both said 12-5. I want them to go 7-0. Hey, go 7-0. They're going to win the division and make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Now, if they don't go 7-0, the Rams have to win 9 games. You think to go? So they have to go 4-3. You think to make the? They have to win the division.
I'd say at least 10.
Yeah, so they have to go.
10.
So they have to go 4-5, 6 and 5-2. 5-2 the last 7 games. Al?
They could do it.
I don't want them. I'm never going to say they're going to lose. I want them to go 7-0. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but in my mind, hey, I said 12-5 beginning of the year. I'm trying to stick to my guns because everybody's harassing me. Oh, you're 5-5 right now. I'm just like,
yeah. It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Yeah.
The Rams have always been this way, but defense wins games. Defense wins championships. And like just think about this: how far the Rams have come from opening Sunday Night Football, Rams versus Lions. The Rams were in Detroit with a young team, and the Rams took the Lions into overtime. The Rams match up well with the Lions. I would love to see the Rams and Lions again.
I do too. I want to see a round 3 because we played, like I said, played them in the playoffs, lost by 1. Mm-hmm. Go to play them again this year, losing overtime. Mm-hmm. So I want to see round 3. I'll play them in Detroit. I don't fear Detroit. Speaking of Detroit, Sal, they beat Jags 52-6. Mm-hmm. Are you surprised? I mean, what do you think? And then everybody's like, okay, they're going to the Super Bowl. Why is it when you all of a sudden you're like, oh, they're the best team in the NFL? Mm-hmm. What makes them the best team in the NFL? I mean, yeah, they're winning these games with the Chiefs.
And you also have to look at their opponent. Every team is built differently, right? I remember when the Rams had greatest show on turf. There was many times when the Rams could have ran up to score. But Vermeil was a gentleman. And he would say, you know what, when you have a team beat, there's no sense in rubbing it in. The Lions right now are scoring points. You're playing the Jaguars.
Who give up on the season already.
Yeah, let's play, but, they have all these half-season awards, and none of that matters. From week 10 on to week 17 is when you play your best football. And for me, I like the way the Rams are coming together. The offensive line, they're starting to work that out. And I think now that this combination is what the Rams wanted. And I think that their defense is going to be a big, big help in this last push for the division.
I'm going to go over last week's games. The Eagles beat the Commanders 26-18 on Thursday Night Football. What did you think about that game?
That was a great game.
Yeah, it was a good AFC East route.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it too.
The Eagles did what they needed to do. A lot of people had the Commanders winning that game, but the Eagles hung tough and were able to beat them. Yeah, so you got to give them credit for that.
Steelers beat the Ravens 18-16.
I call that. I like the Steelers with Russell Wilson.
The biggest surprise to me, what happened to Justin Tucker? He's only 74% now, Sal. He's missing these field goals. What's going on, man?
Right, but everyone laughs at the Rams kicker now, Josh Carty, but it seems like kicking throughout the league is really, really troublesome now. A lot of these kickers that used to be staples as a kicker, they're all struggling. They're hard to come by a good kicker, though.
Yeah, it is. Of course, we talked about the Lions beating the Jags 52-6. Seattle beat the Niners 20-17, helped us out. I hate cheering for our division, but if it helps the Rams, you know what's going to happen? I guarantee it's going to come down. The Niners are going to play Arizona, and we're going to be sitting there like, come on, Niners, beat Arizona. Nobody's going to be around me. Nobody's going to be around me to hear that. But the game everybody talked about, I still don't understand why this wasn't a primetime game. The Bills beat the Chiefs 30-21. Josh Allen with that long run beat the Chiefs. Chiefs lose one game. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that game?
But you remember we talked last week. We were talking about
the
Chiefs won the game last week by a missed field goal, but the Chiefs aren't playing the best football right now. So they were barely getting by, and I said, eventually it catches up to you, and you caught up to them.
And speaking of field goal kickers, the Chargers almost charged another game. They win 34-27 in the last second by J. Dobbins' run. But the field goal kicker for the Bengals missed 2.
McPherson.
Yeah.
He was one of the best kickers
Yeah.
in the league. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys are really, really struggling right now.
Now, let me ask you a question. What are your NFL rankings right now? The top teams, top 5. Give me your top 5 teams right now.
I would probably say I'd go Lions, Chiefs. Lions, Chiefs. I'd go Eagles. Probably Texans.
Ooh.
And then maybe Pittsburgh.
Ooh, so you put Texans over Pittsburgh?
Yeah, those are the top 5, but not necessarily in that order. But those are the top 5 teams.
What do you think the top NFL team is right now? I've had this discussion with somebody.
Right now?
The number 1 team to you.
Yeah.
All around, non-Ram team, all around team right now.
It sounds weird, but I would probably say I'd say Pittsburgh.
The number 1 team in the NFL right now, you think it's Pittsburgh?
Well, people always look for style points. Pittsburgh is a tough team.
Okay.
And when they can get you to play Steeler football, they can beat anybody.
So you think Pittsburgh is the number 1 team right now in the NFL?
Yes,
Over
right
the
now.
Chiefs, over the Lions? Wow, that's interesting you say that. And they're what, 8
Well,
and
because people read a lot of this, on social media. They let these people tell you who the best teams are. But when you watch football for a long time, you see certain things. You see well-coached teams, But I always look at defense first. Defense makes a big difference, And then also, you have Russell Wilson, who is playing good ball, pretty efficient ball.
And you notice how Denver shoot him away because Sean Payton wanted his own type of quarterback. He wanted somebody that he can groom, and how he did, Drew Bledsoe.
But again, that's one of the situations very similar to like the Rams-Lions, right? Where, Jared Goff's doing well with the Lions. Matthew Stafford's doing well with the Rams, and you look at Wilson's doing well with Pittsburgh. And then, you have Bo Nix doing well with Denver.
Well, with that being said, Sal, our next guest coming up is a Eagles fanatic. We play the Eagles. Sal, the last 4 times we played the Eagles, we're 1-3 against them. So I'm going to see what our guest Tron has to say. He's going to be all egoed up. He brought some friends with him.
Okay.
So I'm going to see what his ego has to say about all this stuff going on. So take a commercial break, and up next, Tron Jones. Thank you to our sponsor, La Brea Bakery Bread. Take and bake with La Brea Bakery Bread. You can find them at all your retail outlets in all your neighborhoods. Take and bake with La Brea Bakery. Joining us now, actor, comedian, writer, Eagles fanatic, and his buddy back here, Abel. Tron Jones joins us for part 2. Last year we had him on.
Let's get it.
This year we have him on again. Tron, how you been, my brother?
I'm doing better than you.
What do you mean better than me? I'm doing
We
great.
smacked y'all last year, and we're going to smack y'all again. We like a stepdad. Smacking that butt. Pause. We're going to smack that again.
So by beating us, does that, if you do beat us, did you win the Super Bowl last year beating us?
Nah, but but we beat y'all one time and went to the Super Bowl, though.
So how did your season end last year?
A little upset.
Same as us. How'd you know?
No, but we was 10-0. What about y'all?
So hold on.
Y'all was
I
like,
think
what,
Sal talked.
7 and
I think
what?
Sal talked about that earlier in the session. How teams start off all hot and stuff.
Yeah.
They're 10-0.
Yeah.
So you thought when the Eagles were 10-0 that you guys were probably going to go 16-1 or 17-0?
No, we had coaching problems from the beginning.
Wait, you had what problems?
Coaching problems.
We don't have that with the Rams organization.
I know
Tell me
that,
about your coaching
'cause y'all
problems.
don't win a lot of games.
We don't win a lot of games.
Yeah, y'all coaches, y'all friends. We need real coaches in Philly.
We have a coaching tree, sir.
Yeah, guess what? We got the best coaching staff right now to this day. You know why? Because we got the Cowboys offensive coach,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And look how the Cowboys look right now. I wait.
I'm not a Cowboy fan, so it doesn't bother me.
I
But
know.
I'm asking you right now. You started off 10-0 last year, right?
Yeah.
Who did you guys lose to in the playoffs? Refresh my memory. I'm not trying to be. I don't know.
We
Tell
lost
me.
to everybody in the playoffs.
No, who'd you lose to?
We lost to everybody. But listen, like my ex-girlfriend, I don't talk about her a lot. I'm married now. I got a wife. We're not going in the past. Spaceships don't come with rearview mirrors. Let's talk about right now in the present.
Okay, so right now,
What's your record? What's your record?
dang, we're 5-5.
5-5. Come on, bro.
So
How many guys got 5-inch wheel tires on their car and think they riding clean?
So,
Huh?
well, we're 5-5, but Last year you guys were 10-0. You got you're riding clean.
See.
Come to find out you had engine problems.
You looking back that way? You in the past.
So let me
though.
talk
You
to
in
you
the
this year.
past, D.
Okay, let's get back to this game.
Let's talk
so,
about it now.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen? Talk to me about talk to us about the bar you host and all that.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
so my Eagles group, shout out my Eagles group, OC Eagles Nest, Bird Gang. We at our bar. Shout out to anybody that's an Eagles fan. Rock with me, Orange County, Costa Mesa, California. We love you guys. Bird Gang, let's go.
Is it only for Eagle fans only, or could I go in there and watch a game?
You come and watch the game because
So I can come there with 40 Rams fans and watch a game when they're an away game, or
Sure, I wouldn't do it. It's like going to a shootout with no guns. You got knives.
no?
You're
I'm
gonna
just saying,
lose.
is it predominantly for Eagle fans?
Yeah,
only?
it's Bird Gang.
Okay,
It's all
okay.
Eagle fans. But why would you go to a shootout with
I'm just
knives?
asking. So my next question is this: Are you come to the game? Obviously, are you coming in a bus? Explain how you're coming.
Okay, so I will have the biggest tailgate at the Rams Stadium this Sunday. I got 2 buses with over 120 people on it. Then I also collaborating with other Eagle fans worldwide. And then Saturday we teamed up with Philly Sports Trips. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. They rent out my whole bar. And we're gonna mob. It's a lot of us. We bleed green. You know, there's a lot of green. Out
Of
here,
course,
man.
of course.
Yeah, we take over y'all stadium.
Oh my God!
We buy all y'all snacks,
Oh my
everything.
gosh!
No
Oh
snacks
my!
for the
Not
Rams
again.
fans.
We hear this a lot. We hear this. It doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
That's the only thing people say. They always doesn't help you in championships though.
Okay.
You get an attendance award.
So
I'll
let's
give you an
talk-
attendance award. It doesn't help you in a Super Bowl though.
Okay, well let's talk about players. Okay, who's your wide receiver again?
Puka Nakua, Cooper Kupp,
And who my wide receivers are?
Devontae Smith, and go ahead.
AJ Bobby Brown.
Okay, what does that mean?
Who's better?
We
On the
haven't
receiver.
played. What does it
And
matter?
shout-
Who mean who's better? What, Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown? Who's better? Wait, what?
You think Cooper Kupp better than AJ Brown? Are you serious?
Yes, Cooper
You
Kupp.
wildin' right
Triple
now.
Cr-
B.
hey, Triple Crown. He broke a record. Puka Nakua rookie record.
You wildin'. They better than AJ Brown?
You didn't know this.
No, are they better than AJ Brown?
What do you mean?
If you was a coach and you can pick one wide receiver
Hold on,
out
hold
of
on, hold on.
them 2 and AJ Brown, who you
Why
gonna
was
pick?
AJ Brown traded then if he's so good?
Because they want to pay him no money.
Okay.
And we take
And then AJ Brown had a problem in the playoffs.
we take him.
Didn't he have a problem with the playoff last? Didn't he have a problem last year in the Didn't he have a problem?
Listen, the Eagles, we take anybody. We take anybody. Listen, look. The New York Giants, Jones, they paid him all that goddamn money. I didn't curse. All that goddamn money. And they want to pay Saquon nothing. And give him to us, and look what happened. Now, he's a third string when we woke up this morning. Third string quarterback get paid all the millions of dollars. We take anybody on the Eagles, and guess what? We make them stars. We pay them right, we treat them right, and we make sure they're going to be the best they can be. That's all we do.
No,
And we get TV time.
Your favorite Eagles player of all time is Randall Cunningham?
It's Randall Cunningham, yes.
Who's your favorite defensive player of all time? Is it Reggie White?
No. Defense, I'm going to go Malcolm Jenkins.
Wow.
And that's one of my great friends. Shout out to Malcolm Jenkins. I love
Okay.
you, bro.
That's one that
Yeah.
he used to play for the Saints
Number
too, right?
27.
Yeah, he used to
Played
play
for the Saints, yes.
yeah,
That's
okay.
one of my
Okay.
good friends.
So what time are you going to get to the tailgate area this
We're going to
Sunday?
get there. You told me come at 12.
No, I said it opens at 12. I said it
Oh.
opens at
Oh no,
9.
we got the buses. The bus gonna get there probably 12:30, 2 buses.
Okay.
And then we got other vehicles without trailers and TVs and all that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I can't wait for this matchup. You brought your buddy.
Yeah.
Whose house? Rams house.
Bird gang.
They think because they come in, all this nonsense, they beat us last year, doesn't mean anything. They beat us in some other year,
We
doesn't mean
always
anything.
beating y'all,
you see how
bro.
you see how much people respect the Rams. Their games, he didn't talk about beating the Cowboys or the Redskins. He just beat the Redskins. He didn't talk about him being in first place. He
Because
talked
I don't
about
live in the past, man.
Hey,
Your
this
ex is your
Sunday.
ex, right? Your ex, your ex.
This Sunday.
When the last time you laid with your new girl, talk about your ex? We
This
don't do
Sunday,
that.
y'all. This Sunday, 5 p.m., Sunday Night Football. Watch the Rams beat the Eagles
you trying- you trying-
27-24.
you trying in the
Thank you for
conversation?
being our guest.
In the
Tron
conversation?
Jones.
Hey,
Thank you for
who's
being
your
our
running
guest.
back?
Judge.
And by the way, Sal,
Uh-oh.
we have the best defense in the NFL. The best. Eagles is number 1 defense. If we can't score, you're not going to score. We held the Commanders down to the third. We don't play with nobody.
Sal
bro.
never said the Rams had the best defense. Sal said
No,
that.
he said the Detroit Lions is the best defense in the NFL. It's the Eagles.
Sal never said Sal never said that they're the best defense. He didn't say Detroit.
Who he say?
I think it says Steelers.
He
Oh,
did-
Steelers.
He said Steelers.
I said that the Steelers.
Are the best in the NFL.
Best.
Well, I said they're the most balanced team.
Yes.
How? How?
Ooh.
Right, because
I got 2 run.
come on, step out. Let's get
Go ahead, Sal.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's get deep. Let's get deep. Let's get deep. Let's get deep. Let's talk that football talk.
okay.
We're not gonna stop this. We're gonna
No,
Let's
yeah,
get
okay,
deep.
okay.
Alright.
Yeah,
Let's
talk.
get
Yeah, let's
deep.
talk. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. So
Okay.
you say the Steelers is the best, most well-rounded football team in the NFL.
Right now, yes. They're
Right
most
now.
balanced, yeah. See, stats are very misleading.
Right.
See, right now, we're only halfway through the season.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You see, the Lions, right now, we had stopped the season and give the Lions the Vince Lombardi trophy.
Yes.
But in the playoffs, you have to, in the NFL, it's a 17-game season.
Okay.
You have to keep getting better. You have to keep improving
Yes,
every week,
yes.
right? So, like you say, you don't look at the past. It doesn't matter how good you did last week.
Right.
You got to gradually keep getting better, staying healthy.
Okay.
So at the end of the 17-game season,
Uh-huh.
that's when the numbers matter, right? And that's
Uh-huh.
regular season.
Uh-huh.
And then you enter the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
So by then, I believe that the Rams are going to be one of the top 3-4 teams in the NFL.
Maybe in your division, but
No,
not
in the NFL. Because
so from your point, your standpoint, which is totally true.
Sure.
Okay. The Steelers got better because at first they benched their quarterback, right?
Yes.
Now he came back. My Eagles, we always get better. If we not scoring, nobody else is scoring.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, we the only team in the NFL that got 2 running backs.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
My quarterback can do both jobs.
Yeah. Okay. But
Who else can do that?
But to me, when I break down, when I analyze
He
a
ain't
team,
tush pushing none of that stuff. Come on now.
right? But when you analyze a team, the first thing I look at is head coach.
Okay.
Would you say
I
that
love
your
Nick.
coach is better than Mike Tomlin?
Yes, right now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, but you saw
Yes.
a couple of
My coach got the most winning games in the last 3 seasons.
right, but he also lost
does.
the team last
Nick,
year,
he
right?
just-
you
huh?
remember when they went
No,
undefeated?
he didn't lose the team. It was the coordinators, offense and defense coordinators they didn't like.
No, right, but he ended up losing the team. See, you could not like I've seen
Who
times
won more games than Nick in the last 3 years?
No, but-
wait, nobody. Nobody won more games than Nick in the last
right,
3 years.
but in the last 3 years, you want to say who won more Super Bowls in the last 3 years, right? You don't want to just keep going about who won most regular season games.
I got
because
y'all.
in the end, it doesn't
But
matter.
the Steelers ain't winning in the last 3 years, or the Rams winning in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Eagles,
No, but the Rams
last
have-
4 years, we won the Super Bowl. Come on now. I
The
mean,
Rams,
sorry,
right?
6
But the
years.
Rams are the last NFC
We was at the
team.
Super Bowl 3 years ago.
Right,
Yeah.
but the Rams are the last NFC team to
Uh-huh.
win the Super Bowl, right?
Uh-huh.
And like Kobe says, the job's not finished. You got to win Super Bowls. That's what you're based on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many yards you rush for, how many good running backs.
Right.
Cooper Kupp was Triple Crown winner. So when you look at wide receivers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the Rams have never named the last time where the Rams lost a receiver because of a contract. The Rams aren't that built that way.
That's what I
49ers
said. That's
right,
not our
but-
problem.
right.
Eagles, we love everybody. You
Yeah.
can come to us.
Oh, yeah.
You can come to us.
Yeah.
We
Well,
take
you can take all these players, but if they're not helping you win a Super Bowl, it don't
Yeah.
really matter, right?
And
the
that's-
Raiders used to do the same thing. The Raiders
Yeah.
used to be like social misfits. They would
Yeah.
get all these top players, but in the end, you got to win Super Bowls,
Yeah.
right? So when you look at the totality of any player, any team, you look at Super Bowls, right?
Right.
And it's funny when people say, I don't live in the past, but yet we mention Super Bowls, right?
Right.
So the 49ers and Cowboys, they talk about Super Bowls that haven't been won since 28, 29
But that's
years ago.
VHS, though. Nobody got VCRs no more. I'm
No,
sorry,
but you still
fellas.
got hardware, though, right?
They got hardware, but we talking about futuristic stuff. Like, what can my 7-year-old son say about the football team he liked, the Eagles?
Yeah.
We was in the Super Bowl 4 years ago. Okay, we on another rise back to the chip, if possible, if everybody stay healthy, because all about health.
Health is everything.
All right.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, when we bring players on my team, they elevate. Saquon was mistreated in New York. Now he with us, and he hurt on people backwards. He's a different person. He's a Superman type of running back. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of cute, but really, you get no
Cute.
style points. You get
Cute.
no style points for the
Cute.
NFL. Todd Gurley used to
Cute.
leap all over defenders,
Todd
right?
Gurley, he was all right. He better than Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley.
let's talk
Saquon Barkley
numbers.
never got any credit. He goes to the
Men
Eagles
lie.
now. He's Jim Brown.
Men lie.
Come on now.
Men lie.
Come
Women
on
lie,
now.
but
Come on
numbers
now.
don't lie.
Oh, numbers don't lie.
Gurley ain't on
But numbers
nowhere
don't-
near Saquon Barkley level.
No, but numbers don't
He put
tell the
numbers up in
truth.
New York and in Philly right now. Don't do that. No.
And then another
Gurley
funny-
nice though. He's nice, but his numbers ain't matching Saquon.
No, and then another
It's
funny,
not. They not. They
another
not.
funny thing
Let's
is
be factual. Look him up.
Another funny thing is when people say, "Oh, we took over your stadium." Well, who wouldn't want to be in LA? I'd come to LA. I told people this. The Rams played in St. Louis. I never heard anybody say, when I'm 18, I want to move to St. Louis, Missouri. They always want to come to LA. So when people come, we welcome them. But when people say, oh, we took over your stadium, guess what? Cleveland Browns have been sold out for how many years? How many Super Bowls? And how'd that work out for them?
And the welcoming gift is traffic.
Oh, yeah, it's worth it,
We
though.
just sit in traffic.
Right, but the reason
We
why
don't
it's
even
traffic.
move. We don't even move. We just sit there. We
Yeah.
can't get in the stadium. 3 hours later, SpongeBob. 19 hours later, we sitting there.
Right,
Game
but-
over. We back home.
Right, but the reason why is because people want to be here.
Yeah, y'all
right.
did it on purpose. Y'all drive slow and stop the traffic so the
There's
Eagles
so
can't
much to
reach our
see,
stadium.
right?
Yeah.
See, the thing about LA, which makes it unique from any other sports team, is like, or sports town, is like, when the Rams were in St. Louis, it was called St. Louis. Missouri's called the Show Me State.
The show me say
LA is the Show Me City.
Yeah.
So in LA, you have to win and you have to be exciting.
Yeah.
So ever since McVay's taken over the Rams have won and they've been excited.
Yeah.
Even McVay's a good coach, but the thing I don't like when I see head coaches going back and forth with fans,
Yeah.
it just kind of takes away from his
Yeah.
legacy, right? I'm sure as
You
a fan, you don't like to see him, talking trash with the fans. I understand fans can be obnoxious, but
Well, he's a younger coach. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so is McVay.
He's a player's coach.
McVay was
is-
hired at 30 years old.
He been like that too, though. But he's a talking coach. And
you never see McVay go back and forth with fans.
not really. You know,
Okay.
it's kind of ghettoish.
I mean,
it's kind of ghettoish.
Ghettoish.
But
Well,
at the end of the
I mean-
day, sometimes you want that as a player because
That's what I'm saying.
As a player, you
I
want
mean-
your coaches to talk back.
Well,
you know?
I
You want them
like
to speak
passionate.
back.
Yeah, I like passionate coaches.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's like for me.
We won that battle. That's why I put the flag away. We won that battle. But,
No,
all
he's
right.
putting it to sleep
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Other
Bird's
side.
tired.
Other
The
side.
bird's tired. The bird's tired. Okay. The bird's getting ready to roost.
Yeah.
Sunday night football.
No,
you know how we do
indeed.
it.
No, indeed. It's
Yeah.
bird
No,
game.
but you know what? It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
love
be
your
good times.
passion.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're gonna be an Eagles fan forever.
Yeah.
I respect that. I
See my
love.
arm? You ever see my arm before? You see that?
Oh, that was one of my favorite tattoos. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Philly
Philly
special.
special. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
No,
how
but
we
you know
do.
how many fans were cheering for the Eagles in that Super
Oh
Bowl?
yeah.
I was cheering for the Eagles.
So
yeah.
I know you're a man of knowledge in football, and I love you for that.
Thank you.
You my love. But I'm gonna give you a fun fact.
Uh-oh.
Okay. When the Eagles lost to the Patriots against Brady back in the day, Doug Peterson was the quarterback. He lost his job to McNabb
Yeah, I
for
remember
the
that.
Super Bowl.
Mhm.
And then years later, he became the coach of the Eagles when we beat Tom Brady
Okay.
in Minnesota. That's a fun fact.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm
Yes.
glad you brought that up. 'Cause
Yes.
that is a fun fact.
Yes.
But let me ask you this: what happened to Doug Peterson? I mean, he destroyed the Jags, right? I mean, he's on the hot seat. He's gonna get fired.
You
right?
got one of the family members that, regardless of what you say to them, they just don't like you.
Yeah, but-
Everybody got one, right?
Yeah, everyone does.
That's
I come from-
Philly. That's Philly. We just don't.
No,
he
but-
got a statue in front of the stadium. He never saw it before. He said he never seen it before because he like, Philly. He won a Super Bowl and then they just told him get out of here.
What-
And
that was kind of puzzling because I didn't understand why they got
know,
rid of him
right?
after winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But now that I watch him coaching in Jacksonville,
Yeah.
now I know why.
now you know why.
Yeah.
He just had good players, but he wasn't a great coach.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why. Same thing. I like Nick Foles. Nick Foles with the Eagles
Amazing.
was great.
Shout out to Nick Foles. Shout out to Nick Foles.
Yeah, but when Nick Foles in another uniform, he's just not that guy.
Yeah.
right.
It's the
But
energy of the-
it
the
is. It's
city,
the
though.
energy, and sometimes
Philly give you the energy,
things
though,
work
you know what I
out,
mean?
and sometimes things don't. Yeah.
So real quick before we leave, do you think Carson Wentz should have got a statue in front of the stadium because
No.
he beat y'all and we went to the Super Bowl?
No, I like Carson Wentz. I like Baker Mayfield.
Same energy though.
Yeah.
He flatlined.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why. That's why when people talk about great quarterbacks,
Yeah.
they never mention Matthew Stafford. And for me, Matthew Stafford has been
Really good
killing it for
quarterback.
years.
Really good quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I think he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't involve him in like some of the talks for top quarterbacks.
Because he reminds us of Joe Flacco.
Well, I think he's a little more talented than Flacco.
No, he's not. He's
Flacco
Joe
is
Flacco.
like Trent Dilfer
He's Joe Flacco
with a little
cousin.
bit of mobility.
Yeah, a little bit mobility.
Yeah, but you look at when you look at the NFL Hall of Fame, you look at guys like Warren Moon.
Warren Moon was good.
But how was Warren Moon in the Hall of Fame? he mostly based on numbers, right? Right, stats.
So on
and
stats.
that's why stats, when you look at the Hall of Fame should be based on dominance, right?
Yeah.
If you dominated the NFL,
Yeah.
that's when you're worthy of the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But not stats, because there's a lot of players. Henry Allard that played for the Rams, he played
Yeah.
long enough. His numbers were good enough.
Yeah.
Art Monk that played for the Washington team,
Right.
his numbers are good enough to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So for me,
Definitely.
I go more for dominance in the time you played. Like that's why Kurt Warner's in the Hall of Fame. He played, his career was short, but when he played, he dominated the
Yeah.
NFL.
So I got a bill in the mail,
Oh, what's that?
but I got a little bit of stats on the back of this bill. Okay. Run game with Jalen Hurts,
Okay.
260 yards,
Okay.
23 touchdowns,
Yes.
and 9 turnovers. Your quarterback ain't on our level.
Okay, let me answer this. Has he ever met Braden Fisk or
Yes.
Jared Verse?
Yeah, both.
Well, he's going to meet him on Sunday night.
Both.
He's going to meet him on Sunday
Both.
night. See,
Both.
the Eagles have never played a defense like the Rams. I guarantee you the Rams are going
Because
to
y'all
have
got no
it.
defense. What are you
Well,
talking about?
That's what I love.
We
I-
got defense.
I love-
Slade Jr.
See,
and the boy.
no.
I got the best rookie defensive player in the league right now. Stop playing with me. Stop playing.
Puka's going to eat you guys up.
How?
We'll see. See, that's why these games are on Sunday night football, right? So the best thing is you're going to have a lot of Eagle fans there in the crowd, right? They're going to be chanting EA, GLES, yeah,
GL,
which I love. I love.
I know you can spell.
No, but I was going to say something, but just I love passionate fans that like their team. But at SoFi, we've shut down a lot of teams that have come in with their chants, and it's kind of
So what happened with Miami?
Well, give Miami credit,
I said, what happened
Miami's
with
a good
Miami?
team.
What
No,
happened with Miami, though?
No, Miami's a good team.
Who we lose to? It doesn't matter. That was in the past. That was the beginning of the season.
See-
We 6 games in a row winning. We winning 6 games.
No, but we're,
last
but
week
we're
the
not
Rays-
looking back, right?
Last week the Commanders was the best, right? Till we beat
Yeah.
them. Now all of a sudden they ain't the best. So you know what? Yeah.
So with all that passion, right?
yeah, a lot of passion.
Yeah. So I think it's coming to an end, right?
Yeah, we at the end.
Yeah. So awesome discussion.
I see you at the stadium.
Oh yeah, you will. And when you hear someone yelling,
Yeah.
whose house? That'll be me.
Bird Gang House.
Let's go. I can't- yeah.
EGLES Eagles.
Yeah.
Let's go,
I love-
Bird Gang.
Love the passion.
Let it pass.
And Sunday night football.
Let's get
Let's
it.
go Rams.
Thank you to our sponsor, Recover 180. So good, refreshing. Recover 180. You ready, Sal? We running. Hey, the best thing about Philadelphia is Rocky. Rocky, the best thing. Rocky and Apollo Creed. Hey. No, I want to be Apollo Creed, never Rocky, brother. I want to be. Hey, that was a great segment. Hey,
No,
I'm not gonna-
but also about the Rocky statue. I love that movie, but he was a fictitious athlete, right?
Yeah.
He was fictitious.
Oh yeah. Okay. What? I didn't hear what you threw me off, dog.
Just transition into this episode, like in this section.
Oh, okay. Hey, big shout out to our guest, Tron Jones, man. Good. That was great.
Yeah, that
great
was-
passion.
Yeah,
Hey, I
yeah.
love that. You could tell he's like, "Ay." But it doesn't, like I
Yeah,
said.
I love passionate fans.
passionate fans,
fans
too.
that are knowledgeable,
He's
love their
knowledgeable.
team.
He's knowledgeable.
After those type of discussions, it's time for
But him
recovery.
but of him to say Brown said he must not know Cooper Cup won a triple crown. What has AJ Brown done since he's been with the Eagles? Hasn't won a Super Bowl. Hasn't won an MVP. Didn't Cooper Cup win MVP?
Yeah,
Sal?
and
Oh,
triple crown. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait, what is this guy looking at? And nobody in the NFL. Okay, but yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. I can't wait, and it's gonna be awesome to watch Sunday night football.
Yeah. So let's talk about these games coming up, and then we'll end the segment.
Okay.
Sal, so we got Niners Packers. We need the Packers to win, of
Oh
course.
yeah, Packers will win.
Packers.
Packers will win that game. The Niners are quietly starting to fall apart.
Cardinals in Seattle. We need Seattle to win.
Cardinals, Seattle. I would say Seattle.
And then we're gonna end it. Eagles and Rams. I want to shout.
I say it's
Tron
going to
out.
be a close game, but I just see it ending on a Jared Verse strip sack, scooped up by let's go Braden Fisk,
Yeah.
and let him run it in for a
Yeah, they
touchdown.
got Saquon. Yeah, they got. And Tron said something. We got the best running quarterback and the best. running back. No, it's not. It's the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are exceeding Saquon Barkley. And all you got to do is look it up. I mean, yeah. Isn't Derrick Henry leading the league in rushing right now?
Yeah,
And
the Eagles are a great team, though. I got to give them credit. The Eagles are a good team, and they're well coached, but that's what you want in these matchups, right?
Yeah, but they're in Philadelphia because if they don't go, say they go to the playoffs, right, and they lose the first round, what's going to happen to their coach?
Oh yeah,
He's going to get fired.
Yeah,
Everybody knows that, right? Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl. A couple years later, fired.
but let me ask
Andy
you.
Reid,
Let me ask
they got
you.
rid of Andy Reid.
But let me ask you this: with all that talent, right? With all the talent that the Eagles assembled, don't you think he should get fired?
Yeah. Wasn't it a couple years ago, maybe 10 years ago, Vince Young said, Eagles were the dream team. Remember he was part of the Eagles?
Yeah.
It was Vince Young and all these people. He called them the dream team too or something. They fell apart. So all this talk and all this stuff is going to be settled on the field, and we're going to see on Sunday. Big shout out to our guest, Tron Jones. Big shout out to our sponsors, Navarro's Taqueria. Big shout out to Recover 180, Brea Bakery bread. Sal? Ooh, I can't wait till
That was
Sunday. I
amazing.
need to
Yeah,
shut
that was a lot of
Tron up,
passion,
boy.
yeah.
That was one of our. Ooh, I love that. I love the
yeah.
passion.
I mean,
love
it's
the
fun
energy.
and
yeah, Tron.
yeah, I love fans. I
love
love the NFL. We're all fans of the
Yeah.
NFL. Love our teams. It's gonna be good.
See you at SoFi Sunday night.
go.
Whose house?
Rams house.
Whose house?
Rams house.
Woo! Big shout out to our sponsor, Golden Ram Barbershop. That's where we shoot our podcast at. My man Sal.
Yeah, thank you, Ram fans. Golden Ram Barbershop opened in 1994. Been here 30 years talking Rams football. Been raising Ram fans since 1994. And, yeah, if you want to talk Ram football or NFL football, be sure to call, make an appointment. The phone number is 714-894-RAMS. Come talk football. Let's go.
Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Hit like, share, and link. Who's how, Rams how, you know who we rollin' Golden Rams Buzz Podcast. Home of the champions.